What's up, everybody? It's your girl. Welcome to China and welcome to my channel. And y'all, today we're going to be exposing T.I. and Tiny for the predators they are over in the ATL. Okay, let's get into it. So y'all, this has been going on for a couple days. I didn't know if I was going to cover it, but it keeps coming out. And over 25 girls are now allegedly coming out saying that they are allegedly doing some weird stuff. You know, underage girls, strippers, a lot of Molly, a lot of cocaine, and a lot of predatory things going on, and a lot of weird stuff. So let's get into it. So this came out, y'all, a couple days ago by this lady by the name of Sabrina. And Sabrina Peterson, she has this company called Glam University. This matters because a couple days ago, she went on live exposing T.I. and Tiny. Now you're going to ask me, China, why does this matter? This matters because this was an old friend of T.I. and Tiny specifically. But things and allegations have been coming out that she has been messing with them or they had a close, sexual relationship. For those who do not know, T.I. and Tiny are swingers. Like, everyone knows this. This is kind of like that Will and Jada thing. Everybody knows that they kind of, they step outside their marriage with obviously other women. I think it's T.I. and Tiny's just weird and desperate. Anyway, so that is this lady. So they stopped becoming friends about 3 years ago over her and Tiny being too close. It was a little weird. They thought that the Sabrina woman allegedly had like a crush on Tiny, and they fell out because Sabrina felt like she was the only one that was defending Tiny against T.I. And when Bernice Burgos, if you guys don't recall, had this whole scandal messing with T.I., this IG lady, she came to her defense, and Chicana, who, was the ghetto girl who was Tiny's friend on the show, did not. So they got into a big fight about 3 years ago, literally. And that was kind of all we heard from the Sabrina lady. So she comes out saying that T.I. held a gun up to her head, and, T.I. is doing all these things in Atlanta, so she felt some type of way. So the Sabrina woman wanted to go on live and say, listen, T.I. held a gun to my head, Miss Keisha Lance Bottoms. She even tagged the lady, the woman who is the mayor of Atlanta, saying, you have T.I. in all of these big positions, and T.I. is doing wrong. He's finessing, hurting women. He's a predator, all this crazy stuff, y'all. So she made this post, and then it went viral. Then she goes on live, and she basically tells everyone that T.I. held a gun to her head, as I already said, because she was defending Tiny against her assistant, that they got into an argument or some type of altercation, and T.I. just treats Tiny like shit, and it's all these type of weird things going on. So after that, all HE double hockey sticks broke loose. So the Glam University lady, she has a pretty big business. She has let me see how many followers she has on Instagram. I think right now, I think she's like 200,000. She has a lot. So anyway, she has like a weed business in Atlanta. So, she's well known and people have seen her out, and she's been trending and in the blogs before. So when she came out, people were listening to this tea. But the big thing was that after this, 25 plus girls, I think last time I just checked about an hour ago, it was like 27 girls came out saying that, all of these things that she was alleging have been going on. And they all kind of line up with the same storyline of drugging, Molly, cocaine, taking women back and forth, really hurting them. And, this is just very, very just weird and disgusting what they're doing. So anyway, I'm not going to share a bunch of stories, but I am going to share y'all some of the main stories that have been coming out, because the Glam University lady, Sabrina, she has been posting these literally all over the internet, and they're on her story. So you guys can literally go on her Instagram and see them if this is still up, So basically they're saying 19 victims came around with drug and sexual abuse about T.I. and Tiny less than 24 hours. So keep in mind, everyone's now coming to the Glam University lady like, listen, I want to tell my story, keep me anonymous. So I'm just going to read some of these. So T.I. and Tiny's ex-friend, here are some of them. Some of the victims are as young as 15 years old. So let's go ahead and, sorry y'all, let's read this. Fun fact, I met Trouble Man 31 almost 16 years ago next month here in Colorado for All-Star Weekend. We ended up going backstage at the free concert, and he gave us VIP and stage, and we went upstairs, This was my birthday weekend, and I was 16. My best friend was 15. We were pressured for sex and had to take drugs, even with him and his team knowing we were underage. We didn't ever say anything because we were young and underage. You were a superstar dropping in our little town. We weren't supposed to be here, and we internalized it as our fault. No, we didn't do the drugs, nor did we stay around to get our word, but we were smart enough to get away. But at Major Girl, you shouldn't speak for this man whose actions have destroyed and harmed so many. So this ties into now Tiny coming out, and saying little things and replying back to what the Sabrina lady is saying, basically, defending T.I. as she does. If y'all go back to, I think T.I. is a predator. Going back to the daughter and the hymen and all that, like, he's weird. He's weird. He don't want somebody to touch on his daughter because he touches on other people's daughter, literally the same age and younger. So another one said he R-worded girls with toys and they were so high that they couldn't keep their heads up. I would say they looked like dead bodies, how it seemed, but saying everybody was a victim, but they were young girls, they were starstruck, and this makes me want to throw up. I'm so proud of you. And then the lady says, what do you mean dead bodies? She said the girls were so high that it seemed like they were limp like dead bodies. And then the glam lady says, when was this? She said, lasted a couple years ago, at least 2013. And ongoing, I saw Tiny have sex with his friends. And she said, you aren't lying, that's very true. And they have a suitcase of sex toys. And then one more story. Hi, I'm scared to speak my truth. I met them at 20 and was kind of flattered they wanted me. But also, before I get into this, Black China came out saying that she was a stripper, you guys. I remember this. Black China came out saying when she was a stripper that T.I. and Tiny, were trying to groom her and have her come off with them and get freaky. And she said this, and this was definitely a thing. That makes sense because a lot of these girls are coming out who are strippers. But anyway, I witnessed him have sex with other celebrities, men, women, all ages. I watched him beat her. They throw money at you to keep you quiet. He threw with you. She wants him to herself. I'm convinced she doesn't like to have sex with him. Everybody around him thinks it's normal. The porn, the sex toys, the alcohol, underage. I've literally warned these girls. Oh my God, to see him so provocative over his daughter sickens me to this day. I never let the same connection. Oh my God. So, these girls are tripping on this thing. So that's that. You guys can read that and go on Glam University and read that. But at this point, 25 victims have literally came out about this. And it's not surprising to me. It's a couple things that I did want to touch on because Shekinah, many of you may know her as one of Tiny's best friends. She kind of came out and said that the Sabrina woman could be lying. She said this because she feels that she was obsessed with Tiny, and her and Tiny are still friends, the Shekinah lady, and, that she would engage with those things as well, or, whatever. So, it's a lot of allegations that this may not be true, but I just think that the way that all of these victim stories are lining up, it's some truth to this. And as I said, Black China even said it. So, she's in Hollywood, and nobody came for her, so they know it's true. Looking at T.I.'s past, T.I. has been caught up saying so much crazy stuff about the daughter, going on the red table talk, disrespecting Tiny. He's very I don't like T.I. anymore. I used to like T.I. and I'm not even one of those people to be like, you're a misogynist, you're this, you're that. But he just screams to me like, it's just weird. It's something to this. So, all of these victims have came out even overnight. So literally as of an hour ago, it was literally almost 30 people. It was like 28 people, y'all, which is absolutely crazy. Tiny also always defends him, and I think that it's so messed up that Tiny defends T.I. in all of these circumstances. Yes, it's her husband, but, he seemed like he don't care. She's the one online saying stuff. She's the one defending him. She was the one coming to his honor, even after the daughter thing, even though it's not her daughter, but I'm just like, girl, when is it going to be a point where y'all talk about your actions? Also, some other clip has been circulating, about her and Shekinah saying that, Bill Cosby, should be let out of jail, and the girls was lying. So I'm just like, girl, what is really to this, Tiny? What is to this? I think that at this point, all of these allegations are going to come out. I think that if these things are true and they are able to prove this, then, I think that definitely T.I. and Tiny are definitely going to be going down. It's definitely going to be surviving T.I. and Tiny. That is so crazy, surviving them, because they have so many victims and they keep coming out. Definitely let me know what y'all think about this. I am going to keep it short and sweet today because, as y'all know, it's a lot going on. But I would just love to hear what you feel about this situation. Like, this is so odd to me, and the women coming out, it's just like, y'all are disgusting. Like, what the actual heck is going on? So anyway, y'all, let me know what you think. I'm almost to 400 subscribers, so hit that sub button, and I will see y'all next time. Bye-bye.